of our players, add more players. We should. So that's going to be the conversation. But it's like, do we have 2 9s that can win it again? Nah. I don't know if
Go on.
I don't know if Gyökeres has a better season than this season. This was actually on paper a good season for him.
14 league goals.
I don't know if he has a better one next season. I don't know if the player.
Who's the striker for you? Because like I don't think you rate Gyökeres. Like Gyökeres, Kai. Which one are you at?
I do. I prefer Gyökeres as the striker, and I don't know. I don't think anyone, even Kai, knows what Kai is. Like, I don't like. Sometimes I'm hearing commentators say he's got great technique, and I'm looking at him like, I don't know. He had a growth spurt, and he didn't build the muscle to match it, and he started looking clunky and tumbling over the ball, kicking it out. It's just like, what happened to Kai? Then he came back last preseason, and after his injury, bulked up, and he was looking rapid. Then he got injured again, so maybe did he too much muscle? And then he came back, and he's looking clunky again. I'm like, I don't know if he's a 9 though. He's like lead the line. If both of them were merged together, it's almost perfect.
This is what I keep telling fans, like, and that's one annoying thing, Fred, about Arsenal. There, we've had that for years, and like you said there with Kai and Gyökeres, there's players where if we could take the best out, in this example, Kai and Gyökeres merge you together, then we shut up about strikers, and that's one concern I do share, because going back to what I said earlier, I think we've got good players, but over a 38-game period in our attack, I don't know who could bet on. Like, Gyökeres is going to have his good or bad moments. Kai, like you said, he's an enigma. I'd rather him play up front because I'm not a fan of him in midfield. I know when you're up front, you drop into midfield. There's got to be something with this guy in it, because you always play for Germany. Arteta loves you. And at the end of the day, Arteta could say, you know what, you scored the goal, what was it, against Burnley, that led to us kind of winning it. It's a weird one with Kai, because I do think you're intelligent. I do think you're intelligent in terms of, you know, what the manager asks you to do tactically, the spaces you occupy. I think you're one of the best players in our squad off the ball. But then it's football, innit? Like, your strengths have to be on it. And I think you're in a dangerous territory where you're living or dying by Kai Havertz scoring goals type of thing.
Like, and then there was a point that Jesus has to go. Too many. Probably the best out of the 3 on the ball. Like, sit someone down, nutmeg. But then in front of goal, like the Crystal Palace game, he'll miss, and it's like, oh, you should have scored that one. But he will score that day. But like, too many injuries, getting on in age. I think, and then there was that Southampton game that,
oh mate,
Havertz played in midfield with Norgard, and that's why we lost.
Shit show,
because Havertz was nowhere to be seen. It was Norgard in the middle on his own, and he was just getting overrun in there. And unfortunately, that made Norgard look bad when it was in fact Havertz wasn't occupying the defensive spaces he should have been. So it looked bad on Norgard, and it was just like, okay, so you definitely can't play in midfield. But then are you that 9? Are you a killer basically? And then sometimes he'll show you he is with the goal in the Champions League final. But then it's like 4 or 5 times a season isn't enough. It needs to be 18 to 20 times a season. You need to be a killer, you know, and that's what we need. And then the reason Gyökeres isn't that killer is because Arsenal don't play to his strengths. So we're just in this weird space of the two, of like, we don't want to play to your strengths, but you're not the killer. And it's like, that's the killer, but we play to his strengths. It's weird. And then there's talks about, you know, a swap deal for, is it Julian Alvarez and Gyökeres that was happening a few weeks ago. That's kind of quieting down. And I think Alvarez is a killer.
Would you do it?
It would upset me because I like Gyökeres. And it would be weird to tell the guy that did, in fact, bring you a league title. But Alvarez is a better player. Although he's not getting much game time at, he is playing, but he's not playing over Lautaro Martinez, which is, and maybe it's the formation catering to Messi, which is working.
You know how managers are, they just pick who they want to pick. Like, it's not an ability thing.
Yeah, it would be interesting if he was interested. I'd say that would be a great signing. That's someone that definitely has played in the Prem, won it before.
Proven.
Scored goals, can score free kicks, can run in behind, can get it to feet and turn and play someone in. He could do more than both of them.
And it's a weird one, man, because there's been times, Gyökeres has started and Kai's come off the bench and impacted and vice versa of that. And that's what I mean. On one hand, it is horses for courses, over a 38-game period, you need different kind of tools and whatnot. But I do look in my attack and obviously, like someone like Bukayo Saka, if he wasn't injured and you was playing at your best, it don't really matter what game, what condition you're gonna kind of play. I kind of want players like that. Like obviously we are not PSG, but it doesn't matter what Luis Enrique wants to do. Them same front threes, first choice front three, they can kind of go out there. And I feel our defense has done their bit. They've they're the one bit of consistency. They're the spine of our squad. They've even chipped in with goals. I want to feel that same way about our attack. You mentioned Julian Alvarez, Like I don't know how much you watch Bournemouth or how highly you rate this guy, but would you take what's his name, Ellie Junior Krupi?
Yeah, definitely.
I like him.
But the thing is, the Premier League market is cooked.
It's cooked. I just look at the price tags.
It's not my money.
And it's mad. Like it's absolutely mad. Oh, is that me again, folks, or is it Fred? Krupi too young, one good season, 100 million for him. Ours, I can't lie to you, you're not wrong, but you're not right in the same. Trust me, it will bang. It will bang for us. It will bang for us. People, let me know if it's me, so I know to refresh and do all of that. Yeah, Alvarez said he wanted to stay in Spain. For me, it's a non-story. If anything, obviously, if Barcelona change their mind or we intercept that, then it's completely different. But yeah, I just think when you look at Julian Alvarez, his heart is set on staying in Spain. His heart is set on Barcelona. It's obviously going to take big money. Krupi, there is an element of show us one more year. So for me, it's not that I don't want a striker, folks, but part the striker thing off. No worries, Fred. Part the striker thing off for a year, innit? Like, not if we could, what I would like is these strikers got to start somewhere, innit? Like, you grabbed Haaland I'm exaggerating, but Haaland was there somewhere. Julian Alvarez was at River Plate. Krupi, for example, was at Lorient. If our scouts do their job and they take a chance and whatnot, then fair enough, people. It is what it is. Take your time, Fred, man. You can't control the internet. Take your time. Make sure you're following 90s Baby Show. I can't imagine you're not. It is in the title. Make sure you're subscribing to the guys over there, people. But yeah, Julian Alvarez could play on the wing. And, you could have a Gyökeres. You could have a Kai. You could have a Julian Alvarez start out wide. You could mix and mingle. But I'm not being funny. If I'm Julian Alvarez, I've always got the feeling, I don't know him from nowhere, but I want to play up front. And my next move is I want to play up front. Obviously, he'll play out wide regardless where he goes. But, Lewandowski's gone. Like the what's the word, people? The platform or the spot is there for you. If provided the Barca move happens and that's what you want, you could play up front. Now, Julian Alvarez has to start up front for Arsenal, but then you got Kai, you got this, you got that, and the third. He's back, folks, man. No worries about this. You can't control that, my boy.
My bad. No, you can do it. That's why I got to turn on the AC. Is the AC loud though? No. It don't matter, man. We can't expect you to die, man. Run that, man. Like, yeah.
We get comfortable. Be comfortable, man.
Everything's overheating. What was I saying?
We were talking about Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good signing. That's it. I think, yeah, and as well, Barcola's been mentioned.
I don't think he's the answer, I'll be real. I don't think Bacola's the answer, fam. Like, I don't. And what I mean by that is, obviously, if you go back 12 months ago, you see the same conversations we had around signing Noni Madueke. If Arteta could get this out of him, I think I would have more rather you have gone and grabbed Bacola and we'd have those conversations. I like him. I think if you had consistency and you had better decision making, you'd probably be top 5 in your position. But that's kind of what I don't want. Like what we said earlier, bro, we got too many of these kind of players, and I'm still not moved by Bacola in open play. So I rate him. I'm having him, but I do think us Arsenal fans, we're getting in this I don't know the word, but this danger of making out he's the Messiah, and then ultimately we're going to be overwhelmed because he's not. He's a good player, but he's probably not what we're talking about, type of thing.
I don't know if Arsenal fans do that. I think United fans do that. I think United fans when they see someone, that's the savior. You see, with Arsenal, I think if the way we treated Noni was rough. I didn't sign the petition, but
same. I think that was moist.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't sign that, but I think we understand what players are, and with me, I'd see Barcola and be like, I don't want him to get too involved in that side of getting the ball and passing it back to. Just focus on running that way. You see what a lot of wingers aren't doing these days is running that way
and just crashing.
I need you to run that way. That's it. I don't need you. Like, yeah, Martinelli helps out defensively well. Sometimes Trossard does. Sometimes he does too much. Barcola, I just need you to have a one-track mind and just focus on running that way in behind, stretching defenses, crossing it, get a shot off, win something. Like, I think that's a decent signing. And if it comes with someone else, if Martinelli does leave as well, I'm looking at Morgan Gibbs. I don't know.
Morgan Gibbs-White from Forest.
Yeah.
What, over
Gibbs
Rodgers?
is cold.
He's cold, but what, over Morgan Rodgers?
Yeah, over Morgan. Gibbs is cold. Gibbs
Gibbs-White over Morgan Rodgers.
Morgan Gibbs.
I need to know your reasoning and you're working out, man. Because I rate Gibbs-White, but Rodgers the thing, man.
Morgan. And I think we could. The thing is, yeah, I think we could get more Morgan for like 50, 60. Whereas Rodgers, Aston Villa, I think that what are they looking for? 80, 90 or something. Like.
Well, they're saying I'm seeing as high as 130 million. Obviously, we probably bargain that down, but you have to be able to depart with 100-odd million quid.
It's crazy. And Morgan, unless Odegaard's leaving, we've already got Eze. So if you like, who's starting?
You don't feel he's better than them? Slightly.
Who?
Morgan Rodgers, slightly. You don't feel he's better than them? Slightly.
Better than like. I don't know, you know. Gibbs-White is serious.
No, Gibbs-White's cold. And he's scoring goals. He's doing his thing.
Gibbs-White is cold. He got goal of the season contenders. So does Morgan. I like Morgan, but I mean, they're both Morgan, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So does Rodgers. But I think I prefer Gibbs-White. He's just cold to me. Good mentality.
And Forest are going to ask for stupid money for him as well because they just let Elliot Anderson go. As you said earlier, the market's cooked. For me, yeah, when you're talking about all of these guys and a couple of others, if you're not willing to depart with 100 mil, it's looking mythical, man.
It's peak. It's so peak. I don't know, but you know you can negotiate a deal like we'll take Gibbs-White. If he plays 20 games, we'll give you extra 20 mil, something like that.
Yeah, we have to barter still.
Yeah, you have to move mad, but like. I take Morgan. He's versatile. He's a cold player. Crashing. I think they're very similar. That both box crashing. Like they'll get on the end of things. They can assist.
As well, man. We need
to shoot. Yeah, they're both cold. I think that either one of them is a good addition in reality. But it's all about the price being right. Because I'm glad we didn't pay 150 mil for Isak. That would have been like cool. It might have been a totally different parallel universe if he came to Arsenal and he doesn't get injured, etc., etc. But 150 M's would have been crazy because if he didn't deliver a prem, all hell would have broke loose. Like Gyökeres came at a fantastic price and delivered a prem. Like I think the Gyökeres talk would have been so much higher if he was 120, 130 mil. Would have gone mad.
They speak about him like he cost that much. If I'm completely honest with you, they speak like he's 100 odd million quid. Maybe that's because Arsenal needed a striker and Gyökeres was doing his thing at Sporting. But yeah, they do talk like he cost that kind of fee.
And that's why I rate him highly on the mentality side of things because he
monster mentality.
It's crazy. Every morning he's waking up probably to slander that we don't even see from the pundits and the commentators. He's probably getting messages on a mad thing. Like he's turned comments off, but somehow they're getting through on like blocked ID and that. And it's like his mentality.
And his family see it as well. So he's gonna see it.
Yeah. His mentality is man, I have to give him a round of applause for that because man still turn up, wants to take penalties, wants the ball, even if he has a bat, man's still gonna run it down. Like that's one thing you have to give him credit for. And to still score 14 league goals and however many he got in cups and overall, and then delivers the premise like cold. So that's why it's gonna be hard to, if he does depart after one season, it's crazy. But can Arsenal do it again with the players we've just had? It's hard to say based on what other clubs are doing. You can never call it, but we definitely have to strengthen in the 9 and. We need one essentially anyway because Gabby Jesus is leaving. You need 3 in this day and age, minimum. Like,
but he might look at it and say you got Marino as well. Like I'm not saying that's the thing, but we've seen him play up front, innit?
Yeah, he can do it, but you Arsenal wouldn't want that for 30 games. 20 games. Like that would be.
Like, I wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that. No one would want that.
You know,
respectfully to him.
Eight games a season. Marino goes up top and scores a header. Cool. But if that's our plan all season long, you'd be like, I'm not going to the Emirates for that. You know, that's like I'll be stressed. It's like no way. But
it was stressful this season. Obviously, it ended on a high, but it was hella stressful, and that's my thing. Yeah, like obviously, Arsenal fans, this is a safe space. I don't subscribe to the rhetoric whereas bad and our players are bad and all this kind of stuff. But our football does need to improve. There was a lot of injuries. Clearly, like our attackers at best, they ended the season winning the league, innit? So it's their most memorable season. But they had moments. They never had that level of consistency. So we need Saka back up to his best. We need Kai and Gyökeres doing what they're doing. But then there's to a degree, like not being funny. A lot of these players, I love you lot, but I accept you for what you are, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not looking at Martinelli and thinking, yo, the penny's going to drop now and we're going to see that Martinelli of 2022-23. You're a tool in a toolbox. I know you got pace. I know you're mucking defensively. I know you'll give me some big goals, but I also know you'll frustrate the living daylights out of me. So this is like, as much as I think it's about recruitment, the players have to back up their ideas. We need people to stay fit, and Arteta's got to elevate this thing. What would you say is our priorities based on recruitment this summer? Because I get the vibe that for you, it'd be a striker. For me, I think the biggest priority is left wing and centre mid. Personally, I think especially left wing because that's been going on for years. Yeah,
left wing. Is it time for Lewis Skelly to play in the middle more?
100%.
So, I don't. It's hard to. Arsenal fans probably don't want to see much of Zubi next season. Like as much
they're
as
haters, but he's cold.
You think he's cold?
He's cold, man. He's cold. Do you see what's going on with Zubi? You see how Eze and Gyökeres, their season started slow. Like first half of the season, there weren't really much. Second half, they did their thing. People forget how good Zubi was in that first half of the season. Now, I get the hype. You know, we wanted him. Everyone wanted him. He could get a bit physically stronger. Fred, I would say the biggest thing with me with Zubi is when it's like them chess match football games, I'm cool with Zubi. You see, when it's them, it's open. It's them typical English games. Like you might like Sunderland away. No one thought it'd be that difficult. Now I think Zubi's in issues. I think Zubi's cold, man. Maybe cold's gassing it, but I think he's cold, man.
He started well. He was grabbing goals. He's typical Spanish technique, shooting, striking. But there's something just happened where he just kept on passing backwards. And
lost his confidence, man.
Bro, yeah, what happened? And just what happened? It was crazy. So it was like, that probably is why you'd need another midfielder. We got Miles. Who else to play?
Needs to play.
Right. Miles needs to play, and it's not gonna. It doesn't need to be left back. You got Calafiore and Hincapié. It doesn't need to be a third choice left back. That's crazy. Like, and if we sell him to someone, Arsenal fans will just lose their head because you'll just be like, what? Why are we selling this guy who's cold? Midfielder. I don't know. I don't really. I know I don't want Bruno from Newcastle.
You don't want him?
Nah. That guy is going to be a liability if he comes to Arsenal, man. That guy has got 2 or 3 red cards in him in a season.
I hear it, and Arsenal taxi is going to get dark.
I don't want that. I don't want... And he's clunky. Arsenal needs to get less clunky. Like,
you reckon Bruno's... Y'all are being horrible to him, you know.
Bruno's clunky. Bruno is not a Santi Cazorla. He's not a... He's not of that ilk. He's a clunky Brazilian.
Hey, you're hating still.
He's not
I can't subscribe to that one. You're hating still.
He's definitely clunky. He's definitely clunky. We can't get more clunky. We're clunky right now. Trust me.
Slightly, his technical level's higher than Rice's. Slightly.
Technical? What?
Nah. The only thing I think with Arsenal fans misprofiling Bruno is they think he's got an engine. Rice is going to, to a degree, have to hold his hand. But that's what I want, Fred. I want Lewis Skelly, Rice, Zubi. I need one more, and I will shut up about midfield because we do run Rice into the ground. Look, God forbid, but Lewis Skelly or Zubi get injured or Zubi's feeling sorry for himself and Lewis Skelly suspended. You're then having Marino and Kai in midfield and maybe changing things with Odegaard and Eze. That's kind of why I want Rodgers as well. But I think Bruno takes us up a level. I'm not going to lie. I think Guimaraes takes us up a level.
Man said I don't know. I think he's clunky, man. I think he's ball get caught under his feet, nicks it, concede a goal type shit, like just. And we need a dictator, man. Like someone that
he's not that
of the Xabi Alonso, Toni Kroos, mode where like man will spray a 40-yard ball that way. Pop it, 40 yards. Like we don't have a.
I can't let him do them things though.
Who, Bruno?
Bruno can do that. If Rice can do that, Bruno can therefore do that.
Rice doesn't do that. Rice don't be spraying. Rice is the only
Not
time
consistently,
I saw.
but I've seen him spray a pass.
I've seen him do it once, and the one time I saw him, he's probably done it more than once here. But the one time I remember was against Man City when he sprayed it to Ethan, and Ethan scored that goal. Yeah. That's the only one that comes to mind. Like Rice don't be spraying balls around the pitch like that, and he must have the technique.
He does. I remember he did an interview where he's saying Arteta said he don't really like them dialogue passes, so maybe that's why we don't see it on a consistent basis. But that might be a cop out still.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we don't see that type of football enough from Arsenal. The football might not even be the word for the last couple months we saw. Like it's hard to. It was rough. It was rough, but Arsenal fans went through it with what we was watching. It's like I don't know what we was watching. It was mad rough. So the football, I hope, like the first half of the season was playing football. I hope we see that. That's why I'm not really. I want players. We need a new older. Like there's Eze, but again, the amount Eze played, we didn't see much from him. Like the stats say that he played more than he did when he was at Palace. But I don't think we saw much of Eze in terms of.
He had moments. I need more consistency from Eze, man.
Yeah, like Tottenham is the most goal to get goals. He popped up with goals here and there, but I miss like the days our midfielders would get on the ball, beat one or two, play it 1-2, follow your pass type shit. We don't do that. Yeah, we don't do that, and we want to see those days back. And now that we've won a title in this way, we should be allowed to get back to that and see how far that could take us again. Now that the
do you think that will happen then? Because like Arteta, well, a lot of people are saying, you know what, not necessarily happy with the way we're playing, but this is what football broadly looks like now, and also we just need to get over the line. There might be that kind of anxiety. Now we've obviously got over the line, and at the fourth time of asking under Arteta, and then you throw in the fact that we had a 20-odd year drought. The handbrake's off. So mentally, like, do you think Arteta changes things? Maybe the players as well, because I do think sometimes the players out there, I don't know. I can only comment on face value of how Arteta sets up in it. But I don't know. Arteta might be telling you, look, go out there, do your thing. You lot are good players. He might be telling Eze, for example, play on instinct. But you lot are kind of shook, so you're playing the safe passes. No one really knows what to do. But maybe psychologically, this patterns us in it. Where do you stand on that?
I think it's Arteta telling them. It's definitely Arteta telling them to play this way. I think the players want to play a different style of football, and hopefully, team meetings be happening this year. Bro, please, can we not play that football anymore? It makes us nervous. It makes the fans nervous. Like I remember there was a game where we saw Juri and Timber telling everyone to calm down, but it's like, bro,
yeah. Oh, who was that at the Emirates? Innit? Who the hell was that against?
Yeah.
For the life of me, I can't remember, but you're bang on.
Yeah, but I saw him do like everyone chill out. But it's like, bro, we could tell you lot is nervous, and it happens where Timber wasn't playing, it was Mosquera, and then Mosquera would make a mistake, and it's like you'd feel the nervousness flood through the whole team,
especially at the Emirates.
Started getting crazy. But hopefully the players can have that meeting and say, we want to play this way. We want to play fun football, exciting football. If the fans aren't nervous, we aren't nervous. If we go 1-0 down, we back ourselves to score 2, especially at the Emirates. I think, man can't be allowing media to also get on us, because while a player will come out and say, "Oh, we don't see all of that," we know you do. And the fact you're even saying that,
you don't live under a rock.
Yeah, so I was saying, hey, take their phones and give everyone Nokias or Sony Ericssons from back in the day, so they ain't got no social media, so they could lock in. But they definitely see it, and hopefully the right signings get us playing the right style of football.
And that's what we need, man. Like for me, I think we need about 3 game changers, man. Like obviously, I only think we could really get 2, because what I mean by that is whether it's Bruno Guimarães or whoever, I'm advocated of a centre mid that takes us up a level. We both just kind of said it. Left wing needs to be like addressed this season. I don't quite think we're gonna sign a striker, but if you could get Krupi, if you could get Alvarez, if scouts have done their job and they found the next one, great. I've personally mentally part that off for next season. And I can't lie, unpopular opinion, I think we need another defender. Like I would ideally like a Timber Tomiyasu where he can play all across the back line, But I'm nervous there, man. You got Timber gets injuries, Whites who gets knocks, Nkapie, Calafiori. You said it earlier, the whole Saliba thing. And I think that just kind of highlights, I would say, my irrational fear in that. Obviously, it's the 10th of July, innit? If I had one big fear going into next season, it's the amount of players we've had at the World Cup. I think us and Barcelona have about 10 players. Timber missed out. White missed out. Obviously, Saliba and Gabriel need to be wrapped in cotton wool. Saka isn't really fully fit. You've obviously got Mr. Declan Rice. I do think Odegaard looks like this is kind of like his preseason, but you could throw him into it. I'm nervous about this. I can't lie.
What do you think? Do you think Odegaard will leave, though? There's talks.
Surely not. Surely not. What, this summer or next year?
There is talks.
Everyone's got an offer in it. Like, I don't feel he's... What's the word? Like, every player's got an offer in it. But if there was unsellables, I would say Rice would be that. Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Bakayo, obviously, you know, when he's on his business, they'd be unsellable. Then you got the Jesuses, the Nelsons, that people that need to go. And then you got that weird little bracket where I think Ben White, Odegaard, Kai, you might be available for the right price, but we're not going to actively force you out. What I would say is I do think Odegaard's playing for his Arsenal career, because I know Arteta likes you. You and Kai will probably be on the first two names on the team sheet. But if you do get a Rodgers, you have got Wanyeri. Eze might get into his own. You know, who knows? The team dynamics might change. We might not play with a 10 and play with a flat midfield 3. He's on big money, and we've given out bare new contracts. And with what Odegaard is, I don't know about you, but it shocked me a bit that there's been, with 2 years left on his deal, there's a bit of radio silence. And we only got him for 30 mil. Even by our standards, I know Berta's coming. We should be able to flip that. I do think Kai Havertz and Odegaard, this season, you man are playing for your future. I genuinely think that. But I don't think he goes this summer.
I think he's hit his ceiling as well. I don't think Odegaard gets any better as a football player than, not even he currently is, because he's not in form. But I don't know if he gets any better than he was. I think he's hit his ceiling, and I feel like there's some players that maybe we should have cashed in on a little sooner to make a bit more money off them. Arsenal's always been bad at selling players for a good price. I think our biggest sell was Iwobi, or was it Chamberlain?
Still Iwobi or Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, one of them guys, which is poor for us.
It's crazy. Like we've never sold anyone for what, 75, 80. Like it's not, and that would essentially mean we've sold one of our best players. But at some point we got to sell a player for so much money that brings in 2 or 3 players.
Like what Liverpool did with Coutinho all them years back.
Yeah, I think Odegaard. I think the pressure of being captain might have been the thing, and then the talks around the people wanted it to be Declan Rice or Gabriel, but it's probably a language thing with Gabriel that it's probably his English isn't the best, so the captain role might not suit him. But fans pushing and pundits pushing for Declan Rice might be something that plays on his mind.
Even Tony Adams doing that.
Yeah, and the weight of being the captain, even in game time, and then being subbed off, that being something that plays on his mind. I think, I agree. A new centre midfielder is probably needed because as Nordgaard departed already.
Yeah, and plus he's not played like that. Like Arteta clearly don't rate you, and that might not be because you're a bad footballer. Whatever he likes tactically, you can't do it. Like you're just a squad filler. And if Nordgaard stays, I still need a centre mid. I don't mind him hanging around because we do get injuries and things, but I just want 4 man that Arteta genuinely could start. Like obviously, I hope this Miles Lewis-Skelly end of the season means he's in those conversations. But if it was that, you are going to start him. You're going to start Rash. You're going to start Zubi. Bring me a next one. Nordgaard, he's not playing you because admittedly, when we signed Nordgaard, I thought, bro, all right, you're not going to be a main guy like that, but occasionally you're going to start with Zubi or you're going to start with Rice. Definitely thought you'd have a lot more substitute appearances. Like, you know, when you just come off the bench last half an hour, let's just secure the result and keep it moving. I ain't seen that, so I don't think he rates you. I'm sure they've done all their recruitment around him and all of the knowledge that they have to get on the player. But sometimes you might just sign a man and like, you know what, this ain't it, this ain't it. And did we really want him?
Yeah, mad strange, because he could have stayed at Brentford and played FA Cup. Like the guy just played FA Cup, and I think he's a good player. And the times he did play, he was doing that thing that I wanted to see of a 30-yard pass, 40-yard pass, clipping it into their pass. And I thought he was a good player. I think he's got a Premier League medal now, but quite a wasted season on his part outside of the
personal
medal.
point. Yeah.
personal point, very limited game time. Who knows what he moves on to do next if he doesn't stay. But I think the market being cooked in terms of price wise also makes it difficult for me to say, yeah, I want that player, but I also want something a bit more silky than Bruno.
Who would be it for you?
I'm not sold on Bruno. Who's nice out there, man? Like, or if it was someone that like, I want Rice can be more attacking. He could play further forward. He can drive past 2 or 3 players. He can shoot. Like, the fact we're allowing